What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to our Next Order Let's Play. It is Jackie Boy here, back with McDuff, back with McRuff, here again in the Logic Volcano. This is bonus episode number 7, I believe, and we've got some more nonsense lined up as always. We're still pushing for 200% prosperity, and today we're going to be kicking things off with young Minervamon here. Obviously, we encountered this bitch yesterday, or tomboy-ish, I don't know how she was described before, but this chica with a Viking snake hat and the sword. We're going to chat to her. We've got so much other stuff lined up today. We're going to be visiting probably Absolute Zero again. We've got some more 7 Deadly Sins Digimon to fight against, and maybe even some more. We've got Jijimon waiting for us outside the city. We're going to find out what it is he wants from us. All this jazz and more coming up very soon. It's time to go. Alright, welcome back, guys. So, memory jog with young Minervamon here. She is connected to Dianamon, if you missed the last episode. Dianamon is a very she's Mega Digimon, chilling in Absolute Zero, and there's a bit of a fetch quest between these two, bounce back and forward. So we spoke to Minervamon first when we found her in Logic Volcano. I forgot all about this Digimon, in all honesty. I don't know why. She's not particularly forgetful, but at the same time, she kinda is. I don't know, she sent us to visit Dianamon, Dianamon sent us back here, and now we're going to interact with her and kick things off today here. So, hey, did you give Dianamon what I asked you to? We did. We gave her the mystery box or some shit. I wonder if she liked it. You conveyed Dianamon's response. No reaction whatsoever, eh? That's weird. I put Dianamon's favourite thing in there, she says. You've got a letter. So we give it back. Unfortunately, we don't get to read the letter to know exactly what it says, but it's probably just Dianamon calling Minervamon a bitch or something like that. I don't know. Dearest Verily Forsooth, what's with all this old-timey speech? I can't read it at all. Man, what the heck is this? Can I ask you one more favour? We get a green gift box this time. I think you guys are kind of knowing or expecting where this shit is going. Obviously, we're going to have to trek our ass all the way back to Absolute Zero. I don't know how I fucking feel about that, in all honesty, because it's one thing for the game to send us across the map over and over, but to do it multiple times in the one questline is a bit of a farce, in all honesty. I'm getting flashbacks, some PTSD flashbacks to when we did the Bony Resort shit for young, what's his face, the big green ogre guy and Cubimon and all that jazz. Alright, well, we can come back to that later on. We will be going to Absolute Zero this episode, as I said earlier. We have a Lucemon final fucking form to fight in there, which is going to be absolutely badass. But before that, we also have other things to do, such as learn Aurora Freeze and all that jazz as well. Our big powerful ice moves. I should probably take this moment before we chat to young Cedrabass here. I should probably go in and probably equipped onto McDuff. Let's take Fighting Aura off and actually put on Shine and Nova, because we haven't done that for some reason. I don't know why. I talked about this ability so much and then we haven't actually used it. So as a bit of a power, like a reference of power, Shine and Nova does a lot less than Fighting Aura, and it costs a lot more to cast as well, which kind of sucks. The range is supposedly better in its B and C, but I don't know. It's a bit strange. If Shine and Nova sucks dick, we'll just take it back off and put on Fighting Aura. I'm not really in the mood to kind of mess about with those kind of things, so if it sucks, we'll just change it back. But anyways, in the last episode, we got a Digimail from Coromon telling us that Mega Jijimon here has been causing mischief. Apparently, not only has he been littering, but he apparently attacked Coromon in the back of the head and knocked Coromon the fuck out. I don't really know. Let's find out what this big metal guy's got to say to it. I stole Coromon's food, he says. Hey, I'd never do something like that. So we've got a bit of a change in dialogue, which obviously indicates that this guy is going to chat to us now, which is good. It must have been someone else who looks like me. And conveniently enough, another Warrior Jijimon or Mega Jijimon kicks back in the back. Oh, so wait, hold on. So we actually have Mega Jijimon and... Alright, Mega Jijimon. Are they both Mega Jijimon? I thought that the one on the right was Warrior Jijimon because he's got a kind of darker shade of, like, face. But maybe it's just the light. I'm not entirely sure. Hey, what are you doing here, says Mega Jijimon. Something pretty bad must have happened to bring me all the way here to Floatia, right? It certainly is a pleasant town, but I've come to defend my honour. You're not fooling anyone. Show your true form. Damn, I thought I'd get away with it, said Mega Jijimon of the Lake. So wait a minute, what do you mean by true form? It looks like we've got a bit of a plot twist here. The Warrior Jijimon disguised as Mega Jijimon has revealed its true form, so I was correct. Warrior Jijimon was disguised as Mega Jijimon. Maybe that's why I was getting confused. The game was kind of playing tricks on me there. I was like, Mega Shijimon, Water Shijimon. Obviously, Mega Shijimon does have this kind of gold, shiny palette face, and the Water Shijimon has the kind of darker shade. I don't know if he has a darker shade of like scales in that as well, but anyways, both incredibly popular, incredibly cool looking Digimon. Never gain my strength, I'm even stronger than Mega Shijimon. It's just bluffing, Wolfie, don't believe it, teach it a lesson. So, what I find quite interesting about this fucking exchange here is that Mega Shijimon, who was the second one that turned up a little bit later, he obviously said that he came to defend his honour, but then when it came to fighting this, when it actually came down to fighting this guy, he was like, nah, Wolfie, on you go ahead. Teach this guy a lesson, do your thing. For some reason, this guy is extremely weak. He was level 30 and we killed him in like 2 abilities. I was starting to wonder if yesterday when we got the Digimail that actually procced this quest, that actually allowed us to finally interact with this guy, I wonder if it was something to do with us upgrading our Digi-C bank things inside the city, you know, our fishing banks. Can't be sure about that, but as soon as we put that upgrade on, we got the Digimail the next day. Don't know. Might just be me getting a bit confused, but honestly, that might have been a thing. What is Jijimon? You going to misbehave anymore? You're so strong. No, you'll pay for this. And off he scoots. I thought he was going to just straight up join the city there, but I guess not. Run away as usual. Even I'm not that bad. Really too much. Well done, Wolfie. I'd like to reward you for defending my honour. Can you come and see me later? Bye for now. Alright. So we don't actually get a set of recruitment there, which is honestly a kind of a bummer. We could probably go and speak to Mega Jijimon just now. Although there is a chance that he doesn't interact with us. I'm not entirely sure. But I guess there's only one way to find out. We haven't actually done the little mini quest that Water Shijimon does for us inside the city, because obviously he wanted us to upgrade our banks before we could actually use his task and obtain his reward, which is like it's like a mini game. I'll show you guys that in not too big a time, but let's see if we can actually talk to him just now first of all. He might not even interact with us, I have no idea, but let's just see. I'll be waiting for you, Wolfie. I owe you that for that Water Digimon thing. Cool. You got 2,000 coins for the machines. Wow. Once in a while, a jerk tosses a lucky coin into the moat. That's how I got this. Moat, I guess he's talking about the one next to the waterfall there outside the city. I don't know, but anyways. So we cash in on that. A kind of interesting little side quest. You don't get a lot of those in the game, honestly, so it's kind of weird that that one exists. But anyways, let's move on to our next part. What have we got on our list of plans here? So we did the Digimon thing. Now it looks like, okay, So, first of all, we have an upgrade on, which is obviously our C-Bank thing that we talked about a minute ago. But because of that, we have used all of our Digileon water, so there's a couple of things that we're going to be doing right now. We're going to kick things off by heading along to Modcape first of all, and I'm going to explain on the way. So yesterday we put on our bank upgrades in the entertainment district, and we used all of the 70 Digileon water that we had collected up until that point of the game. Now the problem with this is that we now have no Digileon water left, and we actually need 30 of that to upgrade Jijimon's hut, which is honestly painful. Now we did take a moment to upgrade our harvesting abilities in the last episode, but as you can see it might still be a little bit painful to acquire that. So we're maybe going to nip round, or I might nip round Modcape and pick up some water in the background. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that just yet, but for the time being we will keep an eye on our Digileon water yet again, and then if we can pick any up from Zudamon, sorry, not Garudamon, he's the treasure hunter, Zudamon inside the builder, if he can deliver us any more Digileon water, then we should be able to build that back up. And we can also gather some from the space-time transportation thing as well inside the city. But we'll leave all that jazz for another time. Here we've got Gerald Panzer the Silent. I don't know where they get these names from. I guess Panzer's like a play on words for the toilet, like the toilet being the pan. I don't know if that's like an American thing, but certainly that makes sense here in Scotland. Has that delicate sound of fossilised poop I hear so bewitching? What do my eyes deceive me? Are you the saviour? The fact that you're in possession of the fossilised poop kind of indicates that. Though it is pointless to fight at the whim of the Slate of Prophecy, I fear I must do just that. So these guys are talking an absolute bunch of nonsense. As part of our Numemon bathroom quest line, we do have to tangle with these guys. And based on the last fight, hopefully these guys will not be too tricky to fight against. Although in saying that, they do start the fight off by using DG Dimension V3, which one hits... Wow, holy fucking shit. So, What just happened, guys? What just happened? Did we just get one shot by the Sukumon boys? Level 58, fully buffed themselves, and I think we just took a loss, ladies and gentlemen. Huh. So in terms of being able to prevent that from happening, I mean, I'm just kind of in shock at the moment. Just give me a moment. All right. So just kind of in reflection of that battle, we were instantly KO'd by DG Dimension V3. I couldn't use items. I couldn't protect our guys. The enemy Sukumon fully buffed themselves, which is you know, problematic. But then we instantly just get one shot before I can do anything. So that is what it is. McRuff and McDuff are now reduced down to 0 HP and 0 MP. That was kind of disgusting, in all honesty. I did not expect that in the slightest. I'm honestly kind of mind blown. It's so ridiculous that in this game, the most challenging Digimon are the Numemon and Sukumon. I'm not completely confident that that should have been the case though. We're gonna head straight back to Mod Cape and I'm gonna try this motherfucker again. And if we end up getting one shot, then it turns out we'll have to take a break in our toilet quest line to challenge these guys. We might have to come back at a later point. But anyways, I'm gonna use some super recoveries here, put these guys back up to full HP, because we honestly don't want that happening again. And yeah, let's try this one more time. We don't have to listen to what Gerald's saying us this time, although we will take them a little bit more seriously this time around. Imagine we got beat twice. Now this time I'm not going to fuck around. Utility plug-in X gets immediately thrown. And if this guy decides to use DG Dimension on us, we will be fully prepared. Now his first attack does actually take us way down. Is this going to hurt us again? 23,000? Is that a double KO? I can't get... Okay, no, we're much more stable this time. I think it's because we got the buffs off. I'm going to double block these guys, and hopefully our guys start hitting back. If we can get this guy down to the point where... he is on his own, then we should be able to handle this fight a lot easier. I'm going to use a holo disc here. Here's DG Dimension again. It does hit us, but not for nearly as much as it did the first time. And luckily this time it hasn't transformed us either. That's a... excuse me, that is a limit break, so we're going to block that in time. I think he's going for Seraphimon. Poop toss. So I guess these guys just absolutely... yeah, nice one. So I think in the first fight what actually happened was we just got absolutely fucking uppercutted out of nowhere and we just didn't expect that. So honestly, kind of disappointing that that happened, but at the same time we haven't taken a loss in so long. So yeah, not completely upset about that. Kind of enjoyable. It's good to get a reality check and show that we're still mortal and that we can actually get our butts kicked, but to take a loss after so long against some Sukumon is kind of painful. It kind of hurts the ego a little bit, but anyways, I'm just going to keep topping these guys up so we don't lose our buff. I mean, all it's going to take, honestly, to get knocked out again is another DG Dimension, so if we could just stop that from happening. I mean, this guy actually packs so much damage. It means that when we go into our next fight at this part of the journey... Where's my supers? There we are. When we go into the next stage of this, because obviously there are like 7 stages to this quest line, we will have to really consider that these guys might be super strong. I mean, the DG Dimension itself was honestly kind of a low blow. The fact that he used it as soon as the fight started and I never got my buffs off is kind of the reason that we lost that, but yeah, I guess now we know. It's going to use it on us again. 10,000 damage to Phoenixmon, unfortunately, and it transforms him yet again. We're actually... That's another limit break, so this guy's fucking relentless, alright. Poop toss number 3 of the fight, I think. Seraphimon takes no damage, and we've honestly almost killed this guy. So if I can keep an eye on Seraphimon here, once he comes out of his defense mode... In fact, you know what? Now that Phoenixmon is... That's another limit break, and I've lost my... There we go. We're going to do things this way. I think this should be the fight over, guys. I'm taking my hands off the controller. I made Seraphimon defend this ultimate, and then I've told Phoenixmon to use his ultimate back. We don't even get Phoenixmon's final ability off. We just beat him. So, wow. Whew. Now that we've kind of caught back up to ourselves, because that was a stream of non-stop commentary there from me, and I've actually got to take a moment and consider it. I can't believe we got beat by these guys, but it was almost so quickly that I didn't even fucking notice it. I'm kind of surprised. We didn't lose anything, I don't think. We might have lost some items. Maybe that's something I should have checked. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. We can maybe go back and speak to Goblimon in the city and make sure that there's nothing that we've lost. Because honestly, we might have lost a chunk of our items there. But based on what I saw a second ago, I don't think we have. Let's find out what young Gerald, the Panzer's, got to say to it. That fight was written on the slate of the prophecy, which was found in the drainage path. It was foolish to fight a war for the sake of a slate not soiled by poop, but it was impossible. Now, based on what he says, maybe that means that we're going to Floatia X next. I cannot stop in its power. The one who found it Corelius resides in the Aguino Wastelands. Don't expect the fight to be fair. Be careful. Savior, though it is not my place to ask this of you, I beg you stop the king. Farewell. Long live the king. Wait. Stop this. Did he tell us to stop the king? I don't even know what just happened. But the state of the prophecy, the king, we're completely confused at this point. Sugamon flushes himself, and it looks like we're not actually going to the drainage path. We're actually going straight to the Aguino Wastelands, which is kind of convenient because we need to go there on behalf of Kaiser Greymon anyway. So yeah, 5 remaining. Alright, we get another one down. That's us done 4 so far, so we're slowly digging our way through that quest line. Honestly, I wish it was a bit more thrilling, but I mean, the fact that we just got beat, I don't know if it can get much more thrilling than that. I'm going to head along here, guys, off screen really quickly, and I'm going to harvest the water point that's behind Darkdramon and try and collect some water. And when we come back, we're going to be moving on to another very, very tough fight. And this time we're probably going to EXE. We're going to pick up our next part of the 7 Deadly Sins Digimon fights. And we are going to have a very, very peculiar and interesting fight coming up. And it's interesting and peculiar for a number of reasons, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let me harvest this water. I'm going to meet you guys back at the city. And yeah, talking a bit. Alright guys, welcome back. We are halfway up the cliff at Bony Resort, which I never mentioned that's where we're going next, but that's where we are now. The reason I've stopped the camp and to cook with these guys is just because they are hungry, and we haven't actually used this function in quite some time, so I think because we took the loss in Modcape, these guys are particularly depressed, and so I thought if ever there was a time where we were going to feed these guys what they wanted to eat, which in this case is barbecue, we should probably do it right now at this point in time. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to cook this up for these guys. We're going to get some extra stats on the side and hopefully make them a little bit cheerful, so you guys will see just now. So here we go. Barbecue made once, we get a bunch of stats. This is, I guess, one of the benefits for barbecue being these guys' favourite food. Or at least on the case of Seraphimon. I don't know if it's McRuff's favourite food as well, but we're going to probably just go ahead and do it again. This is quite an expensive item to be making, but we have a lot. We've got... Yeah, fuck it, we're just going to do it again. I don't give a shit. And there we go. Critical cooking thing as well. Let's see. We get some extra stats across the board as well, which is kind of nice. And both the guys are completely full, and they should be a little bit happier now. So let's break camp. I just thought it would be nice to do that for a change, and the critical cooking success is nice as well. But yeah, we are here in Bony Resort, guys, so let me fill you in on a little bit, because you might be confused. I was running around the city there. I picked up our meat once we went back. We harvested the Digimon water first, as I said I was going to do. We went back to the city. I collected the meat from Taomon, and I also went across to the business district to quickly talk to Goblimon. Now, I, for some reason in this game, was under the impression that Goblimon gave you the chance to buy back items you had lost. So because we took the loss to the boss fight at the toilet, which I know sounds... We're not even going to discuss what just happened. I think we actually... I don't know if we actually used some of these or not, but it seems like our items are all right. We didn't lose anything insane. 11 autopilot seems, I mean, roughly correct. Super recoveries, I'm pretty sure we had a little bit more than that, but I don't know. We've done quite a lot of boss fights since I last went to the shop, so maybe we actually didn't lose anything. I'm not sure, but regardless, my point is that Goblimon actually doesn't let you buy back items you have lost outside of the... or, well, out and about in the world. He actually just lets you buy, like, random things. So, he had like a devil chip, he had some meat, he had some, like, soda and some grass and things like that. Really strange, but anyways, that is not something we needed to utilise. I then jumped into the sender and decided to come here to Bony Resort because, as I said, we have our Deadly Sins Digimon fight coming up next. So, if you guys are confused, if we speak to Botamon in Jijimon's house, he tells us that a devilish Digimon has appeared inside Bony Resort and that he has also brought in company. So, as a kind of a mini disclosure, it's more like a spoiler, a mini kind of heads up about what to expect for that. Obviously, that means that we're not going to be fighting just one devilish 7 Digisins Digimon. Lots of D's in there. Holy moly. 7 Digimons. Anyways, the point is that it's not just a solo 2v1. Okay, there's going to be other Digimon here, and you guys are going to find out what that is in just a minute. So if we count from our heads, we've obviously fought against Lilithmon inside the volcano. We fought against Beelzemon in Modcape, and then last episode we also fought against Lucemon for the first time. Is there any... Oh yeah, and of course Belphemon in the last episode as well, the sleeping Digimon. So those, the sins that we fought against so far have been Lust, Greed, in fact Greed's not... Is Greed one of them? Is it Gluttony? I can't remember. I think we fought against... Beelzemon is Greed, I think, right? Or is this guy Greed? I think this... Gluttony? I think Beelzemon is Gluttony, yeah. Beelzemon is Gluttony. Lilithmon is lust, and then obviously Belphemon is sloth, or sleeping, or laziness, basically. So here we are. Now we have, in this room, we have Barbermon, which is the middle guy. He governs the sin of greed. We have the guy on the left, Creepymon. I'm pretty sure he is the sin of wrath, I believe. And then this guy on the right is Leviamon. I'm pretty sure he is envy. I think that is correct. Forgive me if some of those are a bit off, but that is, for the most part, pretty much accurate. I was trying to get around them to harvest the resource point in the background, but you just have to deal with these guys. Barbermon, he is obviously the leader of these three here, and if we manage to beat these guys, we will have beat 6 out of the 7 deadly singed Digimon. We've already kind of beat Lucemon, but we've not completely finished with him, so I don't know if we could check him off our list. But anyways, Barbermon says, "It's you, the happy-go-lucky human they say saved the world." Creepymon says, "It's written all over your face. You think you're justice personified, don't you? Freaking irritating, man." You get a nice little pan up towards Barbermon here. I'm Barbermon. I'm Creepymon. And this big guy with the long snout on the right hand side and the big teeth is Leviamon. I sense delicious energy. And this is, of course, Leviamon, says Barbermon. We're part of the 7 deadly Digimon. You've heard of us, haven't you? We certainly have. Enough with the self-promotion already, Barbermon. What is your hurry, Creepymon, says Barbermon. Listen up, human. You're the reason we came here. Wait, we're the reason that you're fucking hanging out in Bony Resort? Really? I don't think that's completely true, dude. We weren't even going to stop by here unless Botamon told us, so you might have been waiting here a while. We want to make you one of us. It's like what you've been doing, but backwards, you know? So we've obviously been ridding the world of evil. These guys, I guess, want to spread the evil. We call ourselves the 7 deadly Digimon, but we don't even number half that. You get it right, you give in. I want to eat this energy. Come on, let me eat it. So Leviamon's a bit obsessed with this eating. Don't know why he's envy. He seems like he should be greed or gluttony. I'm not sure. Gluttony most likely would make more sense. But you see Leviamon here's just itching to fight you. On the off chance you beat us, we'll give up. Let's do it. Alright, this was your plan all along. Fine with us, human. We'll see how tough you really are. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is a very, very difficult fight, as you can imagine. We have 3 deadly Digimon to tangle with at once, all level 60, and because of that, we're going to go straight ahead. Can I quantify? Can I sort this a little bit better? I don't know if this is back to front. I think it is. There we go. This is the one I wanted. We're going to utility plug in X these boys. Just give us as big of a heads up as we can, and we're pretty much going to try and get to our ability to EXE. Because these guys do a lot of damage, they can all use different limit breaks on us, and for the most part they're going to pretty much curb stomp us over and over and prevent us from attacking. So the sooner we can get to our limit break, the better. Obviously the one benefit right now, there's Pandemonium lost. Gotta hit Phoenixmon, do a lot of damage. I'm scared that basically what happens here is that we get wombo comboed by 2 limit breaks, so if I'm in my inventory a little bit more than normal here, guys, just forgive me, it's for that reason. If we do decide to fuse and go for the EXE, which we almost have available to us, then it means that all these guys who are using limit breaks are gonna basically target the one Digimon. There's Seraphimon actually almost dead, which is kind of terrifying. I never even realised that. I'm actually just gonna... Let's just double super recovery both these guys so we have enough. I don't know if Phoenixmon particularly needs it, but for some reason... I didn't mean to use that one though. Creepymon, are you... Yeah. This is Creep... Oh no! Barbermon's using his ultimate again. I thought all these guys had limit breaks, but I could be wrong about that. Phoenixmon takes it this time. For some reason, I don't think my utility plugin X landed on Seraphimon, which is fucking super annoying. I don't know why that didn't work, but we're going to go ahead and use it now. Phoenixmon looks like she's taking a bit of a beating, so if I can just tell her to chill here, I should be able to get over to her and tell her to recover a little bit. What the words I'm trying to get out, guys, I've tried this sentence about 4 times already, so I'll just take a quick pause here in the middle of the fight. If we decide to fuse into our EXE, obviously that means that all these guys can limit break us together. All the moves hit one Digimon, which is a bit of a pain, and we also lose the ability to do like lots of attacks at once. I'm kind of deliberating whether we need the EXE here or not. We seem to be doing okay, in all honesty, but I think we're going to probably do it just to save ourselves a bit of hassle. Fuck it, let's do it. I'm going to just drop an EXE here, I think. It means that we won't be able to do it again for the remainder of the day, but honestly, I think this is one of the toughest fights we have lined up. We'll see. I think even Lucemon in his final form is not as kind of intimidating as this fight is. So, again, because you're only fighting one Digimon in that fight, it means you can pay attention to his limit breaks. You can never really get hit by them unless you're, like, really not paying attention or there's a lot going on the screen. So I think if we just use our EXE here, this is fine. I'm happy with this. Again, we probably could have done it regularly without the EXE, but this is just going to make things a lot easier. It's going to make the fight go a little bit faster. It means we can get onto more stuff as well, but this is a very, very exciting fight, honestly, and the fact that we're having to EXE or considering EXEing as proof of that. These guys are pretty tough. Very, very fast, very, very relentless. You can see Creepymon doing the Venom Disaster, which is the strongest Earth move. Barbamon obviously can limit break us over and over. And then let's see what else we've got here. There's Nightmare, Venom Disaster from the little dude on the side, Leviathan. Let's just go ahead and use a utility plugin here. This is going to last the remainder of the fight, so it just makes sense to kind of do this just now. We could probably target... Let's do that. I'm going to tell our target to go back to Barbamon here, and hopefully we can take him out, because so far the only limit breaks we have seen has been from him. So if we could take him out the fight, maybe we could stop him from limit breaking this. That was a limit break, and I tried to defend it, but yeah, we were confused, so we're going to just have to take Pandemonium Lost to the face, which young Imperial Digimon's not going to be placed about, but we're so buff at this point that it really, really doesn't matter. Hopefully we can take out these guys in no time at all. I really, for some reason, guys, I thought that the other dudes in the fight used limit breaks. I don't know why I thought that, but apparently they don't. With one Spiral Buster, or whatever it's called, we actually take out both the evil guys on the left, which only leaves Leviathan. He was the one that wanted to eat us, so let's put our foot right in his mouth. Hopefully we can beat him in just a little second. Critical there from the Mac Jab. I think that's what that move was, right? That wasn't Buster Dive, was it? Yeah, it's Mac Jab. Forgot about that. You could go ahead and stick on this ability in the middle, gradually recovers HP. Fine, why not? We don't do this enough, so if you get some HP back, we'll see how powerful this move actually is just now. There's 4,000 MP, or HP back. How often does this pop? There's another 4,000. That's pretty much a large recovery right there. Another 4,000. And then we Buster Dive. MC Hammer, Moonwalk Slide across the screen and punch this guy in the face. So, pretty hard fight, guys. There's not a lot to say. It looks like we're still recovering in the background, which is kind of interesting. Is that actually putting our HP up, or is that just like a glitch? I don't know, but it's kind of interesting. We'll find out in just a minute. We beat Leviathan, Barbamon, and Creepymon all together. EXE probably not necessary, but in terms of saving some of our resources, it was. We won't be able to EXE for the rest of the day, so we need to keep that in mind depending on like what battles we're going to pick from now on. But honestly, we should be okay. I don't think we'll need it again. We get 33 grand from these guys and 450 Tamer XP, which is very, very, very welcome. That's pretty much half of 1,000 almost. So yeah, see what these guys got to say. A couple of Digi screams there. It can't be. We're the 7 deadly Digimon, you know. I gotta say, I'm pretty satisfied. Doesn't look like Leviathan's had his fill yet, though. Give me more battle energy. Give it to me, says Leviathan. Wish I could say I was fed up with all this, but who cares? You're joining us. Us joining you. What's the difference? And then Barbamon, Creepymon, and Leviathan all join the city in one. Now, the fact that Leviathan was popping off in the corner there kind of made me think, shit, we're going to have to fight this guy again, but obviously that's not the case. Let's just harvest this little resource point and then pop back to the city, because we're not done yet. But that is that's 3 Digimon and a 1er, guys. 3 Mega Digimon, I might add, which feels pretty good. I'm going to autopilot and check in with Jijimon, find out what these boys are up to. Although I'm guessing a lot of them probably just went to the Dimension District. With that fight over and done with, it means that all we have left to do is beat young Lucemon, who is the leader of the 7 Deadly Sins Digimon. Maybe I just keep adding sins in, I don't know. We'll just call them the Deadly Digimon, but for the most part, that's us killed all of them, apart from Lucemon, who we have to rematch in order for us to finally complete, so. He went to the Space-Time Transporter. Okay, Creepymon's here, he's went to the Dimensional District as well. I guess the door will open for him, so maybe he gives us access to a new path now. Barbamon has joined the city, and he's also gone there as well. Cool. City's prosperity is 180. So honestly, I feel like, because we beat those guys, I feel like we should have gotten a little bit more prosperity points than we actually did, but it doesn't matter, I guess. Taomon comes Blaze, Jijimon, he's going to tell us about the Mechanical Dragon. Tomboy and Logic Volcano is obviously Minervamon. And there's a laid-back Digimon in a chapel in Absolute Zero who looks bored. Some saying it's a god. Laid-back Digimon in a chapel at Absolute Zero. Interesting. I don't know if that's a reference to Dianamon. Some are saying it's a god. Maybe it's talking about Lucemon. I don't know. In a chapel? Is that the glacier end of the palace? The Frost Cathedral is obviously the chapel. What am I talking about? Alright, that's fine. A little bit of a confusion spurt moment there from me, but let's find out if our Our fishing bank has finished its upgrade. We can also cash in from these boys here. Any Leon water, good sir? I found something, and he did. He found us 5. Excellent, mate. Alright, perfect. Let's just keep telling him to do that over and over. The more Digileon water he brings us back, the less we have to kind of trade and acquire ourselves. Let's talk to Vmon here. What's up, dude? Vmon, my friend, what have you got for us? Fishing hole. It's got 1 minute left, so honestly, it's really not that far away. In terms of how much Digileon water we have 8 out of the 30 needed to upgrade Jijimon's house. Interesting. We could always trade with Vmon as well, or with Tyrannomon here. I'm pretty sure on certain days he lets us trade, so we could actually grab Digileon water here from Digimercury. How much Digimercury do we actually have? Let me just check this really quickly. Digimercury, we've got 55, so honestly not that much. It's not really... If we had like hundreds of Digimercuries, then fair enough, we'd be able to just cash in on that, but I don't think we have that many. Let's send you off to get some wood, young Hagurumon. Alright guys, for the most part that's pretty cool. I guess we could nip up to the Dimension District and check in here really quickly. This is one of the places we could actually come to harvest water on like a more frequent basis, but the chances of us getting Digileon water every time is quite low by running down some of these paths. Some of these new paths will be available based on all the Digimon we've just bet, which is kind of cool. But anyways, here's Lilithmon. What's up, yo? Chat to us. I'm here, Wolfie. There is dark energy in this Dimension District, but you don't need to worry. I don't think it will hurt anyone. It's not something I would believe if I heard Lilithmon telling me that. The world needs darkness. After all, we wouldn't be able to sleep in the light. I mean, it's a fair point, in all honesty. But yeah. Okay, guys. So we have done... Let me have a quick check of my notes again. We've beat the 3 guys, Barbamon and Co., which means that we should probably go along to Absolute Zero and probably have a final showdown with Lucemon. I'm going to nip across to the restaurant, or not the restaurant, but across to the business district here, close to the restaurant. And we're going to pick some things up from the item shop and hear from young Tento here. What's up, dude? I don't want to buy a portable potty, but whatever, dude. Super recovery, we're just going to pick some more of these up. I tend to overbuy these, in all honesty, but you can't really be too safe. And yeah, I wanted to buy, that's what it was, I wanted to buy some extra items. I think it's actually Gargamon here that... I always get mixed up with these items. Let me see. Utility plug-in X. Yeah, we'll buy another bunch of you. Let's buy 8. Why the fuck not? I think we're only going to need more of these as the game goes on, so we'll just stock up on these here while we're in the vicinity and save us a bit of hassle later on. Our tent's at 5 out of 6, so we really don't need to do anything with Greymon right now as well. And I think we can go over to Birdramon and head back to Absolute Zero. And hopefully we can get our Deadly Singe Digimon finished off today, which would be really cool. I want to talk to you first though, Beamon. Here we go. Oh, sneezes. We'll give you a present 5 times. Okay, awesome. Can you give us some more? Yep, awesome. Any more after that? Okay, cool. Oh, another 5. I don't think we need to keep trying. Let's go along to Absolute Zero. We could go to the hinterland and go straight there, but I want to go into another part of Absolute Zero first of all. Oh, is there a way we could do this fancy? I thought about going here. Fuck it, let's do it. I don't know where this is going to take us to. Somewhere in the middle. The Frozen Way. Yeah, this point. Okay, so Lucemon is actually in this direction, but first of all, before we do that, I actually want to go and get Aurora Freeze, guys, which is back the way in the Frozen Divider. So we will have to run back through here, but it means that we don't have to walk up the path that's outside in Absolute Zero. We don't have to dodge all those Digimon. So it's likely, because I'm shit at dodging in this game, and because the Digimon seem to be on steroids since the last time I played it, we will end up probably in some Meramon battles and stuff like that, but there's a really cool fight up ahead that I'm going to show you. It's not a boss battle, but it will be very important for us, and that's because this Digimon that we're about to go and tangle with should be able to teach us Aurora Freeze. After all of our trials and tribulations of getting that ability, we should be able to get it from this guy. So we're actually getting past all these guys without too much hassle, which is nice. Obviously, as soon as I say that, we bang into Meramon. This isn't... I don't even know if this is the Meramon that's closest to the door. This seemed to... I've just got a feeling this is the one that's back up here on the ledge. Luckily, these fights take next to no time, but honestly, I get mad triggered when these fucking Digimon get in the way. Okay, so there's the Psychotic Meramon there. I don't really want to deal with you at this point in time, mate. So I'm just going to harvest this. In fact, do you know what? Let's do things this way. We'll lose aggro. Harvest this. See if we can get anything good here. Mithril. Okay, and we're going to harvest this while we're in the vicinity as well. Can we get anything good here? Maybe some ice diamonds or something? 1 Digi Ruby, alright, we'll take it. Not super amazing, but I'm pretty sure those are a rare commodity anyway. Why can't I walk around it? Look at this! See this fucking rock? It's the little things in life, guys. For some reason, you can't path over the top of that rock there. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys this. This is obviously where we came in to fight against Belphemon in the Concealed Gorge. But now Belphemon is gone. This area is inhabited by these guys. So we've got 2 Cubimon Silvers and a Metal Seedramon. Now this fight is actually super good for training against guys. Not only for Aurora Freeze, but also for training and getting some stats. Because these guys can take you very high on the statistical ladder. And for that reason alone, they obviously do a lot of damage. So I didn't expect to have to use recoveries in here, but this is a pretty tough fight, and if you're not prepared for it, then yeah, you will end up losing a little bit of HP. Now, we're using Holy Nova, which is the reason we can't see anything on our screen right now, but I'm still waiting for an Aurora Freeze to be used. I'm expecting it to appear anytime soon. If we could defeat the Cubimon, that would be good, get him out of the way. And then we'll top up Phoenixmon here as well. Stunning Metal Seedramon is obviously not what we want to do at this point in time, because we want him to be able to use his fucking abilities. So this seems like a bit of a pain. But as always, guys, what we'll do is if we don't pick up Aurora Freeze from this fight, I will run back out, come back in, and we'll just keep doing this fight over and over until we get it. And then hopefully this will give us all of the tools that we need in order to fight against Lucemon in his final form. I mean, honestly, guys, I love your effort, dudes, but I really need Seedramon to not be stunned so that he can use the fucking ability. If this was a boss fight, I'd be absolutely thrilled right now, but because it's not, I just kind of want you guys to ease off the gas. Metal Seedramon is paralysed for what seems like his whole fucking life. I never really thought this was going to happen. Can you just use Aurora Freeze once, mate? Just once? You know, that really powerful move that we never normally want you to use? That looks like it's not the ability that we needed, but anyways. Alright, I don't think we can get it if he didn't use it, but as you can see, guys, max stats from this dude. So even if we don't get the ability first time around and I have to train against this guy for a couple of fights, the stats alone make this kind of worthwhile. So I'm just going to tangle with him over and over. Hopefully we will get Aurora Freeze. I did really want to get you... I wanted to let you guys see it, even though you've probably seen it a million times before if you've played through this game. I wanted to just kind of show you... You get this... It's a really cool move because you get this beautiful kind of Northern Lights effect. And I wanted to let you guys see that live so that, well, so that you could see it and experience it for yourselves. But I guess you might end up having to take my word for it. For some reason, Metal Seedramon right now is just point blank refusing to use it, which is kind of triggering, honestly. But what can you do? If you don't laugh, you'll end up fucking crying. So yeah, please, mate. He's stunned again. There it is. That's Aurora Freeze, guys. The nice kind of pinky, kind of turquoisey coloured ability. Obviously, it has the ability to turn our Digimon into this virtual state as well, which is a bit of a... Normally, it's a bad thing for us, but if we have that ability to be able to use that on other enemies, then obviously that would be great. I'm just going to use our double wombo here. Maybe we can finish this guy off ASAP, and if we pick up the move this time, then we might not have to do a skip at all. I don't know what's going on with my game right now, but there's a lot of thunder noises. Metal Seedramon has just spent the whole of the last 2 fights paralysed, doing absolutely fuck all. Maybe I'll need to take Thunderstorm off for fighting this guy so that we can actually get a chance to learn the abilities that we need. She's stunned again. I think it's because he's water type. Because he's like watery ice type, I think that's why he's having so much trouble not being stunned. But anyways, do we get Aurora Freeze? We don't. Alright guys, as I said, I'm going to be back in just a little minute. Don't go anywhere. Hopefully when I come back we will have Aurora Freeze and we can move on. Back in just a moment. Alright, beautiful. That was actually not too long at all, guys. That was the very last battle, or the very first battle after I left you guys. So it only took us three goes to get this. Aurora Freeze is the last move that we pick up, and that is our chart completed. So we can have a look at this in just a minute, see what it's like in terms of its powers and whether we can actually equip it or not. So thank you very much, young Metal Seedramon, but we are going to love you and leave you at this point in time. These guys need fed, and this is probably a good time to get it. Now I thought Metal Seedramon's just chilling at the side there. I guess he wants some food as well. I mean, I've got plenty, so you can probably share at this point. I did not mean to use that, but oops. Well, one of our hunk of meats is now gone. Metal Seedramon, I don't know. I know you want to be part of the gang, mate, but if you want to join Floatia, it's just down the road. Okay, yep, cool. Alright, let's have a look. Attack skills. I thought that we were going to get a trophy for completing the move tree, but maybe I've completed it before, I'm not sure. Aurora Freeze does 2,700, so in terms of all the moves we have access to, it is one of the weakest. Only second weakest to Venom Disaster. In fact, it's even weaker. It's even weaker than Extreme Poop Death, but obviously it has the chance to add this this kind of, I always forget the name of it, but this virus mode to the enemies and make them into this pixel form. Now, I don't know if you can actually use that on the bosses that you fight against. I would be very surprised if the bosses actually were affected by that, but you never know, I could be wrong about that. Anyways, we have all of our moves completed. That is one of our objectives in this game. I'm kind of pleased that we managed to get through it, and honestly without too much trouble as well. We didn't really have to go hunting for moves, only the ones that we've just picked up recently, so like Holy Shine and Nova, the Holy move, and then obviously Aurora Freeze. Everything else has pretty much landed in our lap. We have not tried to acquire any of the moves that we've got. We've just naturally picked them up on our journey, which is fantastic. I'm going to run through Absolute Zero, through the cathedral, guys. I'm probably going to end up banging into battles, and I don't want you guys to have to sit through all that. So I'm going to push through to the very end of the cathedral, to the glacier, where hopefully we're going to be able to bang into Lucemon FM, and we will be able to fight him. In fact, I don't even think it's FM, it's Lucemon in his final form. And yeah, we're going to beat our last Deadly Sins Digimon. Backing them all. Alright, here we are, guys. We're not obviously at the big guy himself yet, but I forgot all about Dianamon and Minervamon and all that shenanigans, so I guess obviously we came here with the intention to do that quest as well. Let's talk to Dianamon. I'm going to hand over the box this time. I think it's like a green box. How'd it go? You conveyed Minervamon's response about the letter we sent her from Dianamon. So that's how it is, huh? What's this? Another present? Guess I better take it. We give her the green box. Another one of these, huh? Thanks again. This time I have something ready to go. Please take this back with you. This time we get the blue gift box back in return. We have no idea what's in these boxes. Make sure you see how much Minervamon enjoys it. These guys seem like they like each other quite a lot. I'm not entirely convinced as to the nature of these things and whether they're good or not, but anyways, Minervamon sent me another gift, so I have one to send back. Seems like these guys are in cahoots, but honestly, I would be surprised. We have to go all the way back to Logic Volcano, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure when we get back to Minervamon, that is us done. Or do we have to come back here? I've got a feeling this quest ends up, like, I have a feeling this quest ends here in inside the Frost Cathedral, but I could be wrong about that. We might end up doing that quest line to kind of wrap this episode up, or we might end up doing it tomorrow. I'm not sure, but anyways, we've got the big guy here. Let's have a look at our digis really quickly. We're pretty much full HP and MP. I'm going to give 1 MP item to Seraphimon here on the left and just make sure that he is topped up and ready to go. 2 will do the trick. In fact, let's just, you know what, rather than dicking around, let's just make sure everybody's good to go. HP is good. We're pretty much ready, set, and good to go. We do not have EXE available for this guy, folks, because we used it against the other 3 dudes in Bony Resort, so maybe this will be a challenge, who knows. Lucemon FM, there you are, Wolfie. I've been watching you since the last time we met. Why did all the Digimon say that, dude? It's so fucking creepy. Please stop saying things like that. Every time I saw what you do in this world, my thoughts would change into convictions. The thing that lets me think you're a force of good, its foundation is undoubtedly that strength of yours. That's the thing, yeah. No matter what reason comes your way, you've always arrived at the conclusion through battle. I mean, not always. Sometimes we arrive at conclusions through doing things for other people. You can't have been watching us that good. Maybe he's lying. Your victorious strength is good, the defeated weak are evil as you've shown. Now I'll overrule that shallow proof, with this form embodying evil itself. So here we go. Check out what he's got for us now. This is Lucemon SM, folks. If those with power is to be victorious in battle are good, through victory can I shed this mantle of sin and transform into a good existence. So we've got a lot of philosophy going on here with Lucemon. He's quite the handful if you ask me, but this is him in his final form, or at one of his final forms. You'll notice that on each of his wings he has each of these kind of symbols that have been kind of embroidered, or that's the wrong word, embroidered. I was going to say, like, a lot of the Digimon, all the 7 Digimon that we have fought against, whenever they use their limit breaks, these symbols kind of appear. So he's got one on kind of each wing and then one in the centre to represent his own one. Or instead, I will just add another sin to my tally. Now then, fight with me so I can answer that for myself. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very exciting battle for us here. Let's see what this guy's got to offer us. This is the leader of the 7 Deadly Sins in his toughest ability. He is level 59, so not super strong, but still, if we're not careful with this guy, he will end up one-shotting us, because obviously, again, he is evil, we are holy, and we have to be careful because of that reason alone. That looks like he's going to use... He's kicking off the battle by using his limit break, which is honestly fucking full-on BS, but here you go. Divine Atonement. From each of the symbols that I was just talking about, he shoots a massive laser beam. But unfortunately, Seraphimon has massive balls and is going to take 0 damage because he's defending. And we're going to land a stun on him. So far this fight has gone absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better kind of showdown. This is the reason why I didn't think we'd need EXE for this guy, guys. Because honestly, we seem to be doing okay. He's going to, yeah, because he's down to below half HP, I expected he was going to drop another limit break. If we could get Phoenixmon to land the stun after this, then this fight would be an absolute joke. Exactly as I say it, that's almost exactly what happens. We're not even going to get to our limit break, guys. We're just going to be able to kill this guy. I don't know. You guys can tell. You guys can let me know what you think. So for this battle, we only get 150 Tamer XP, which is honestly kind of bullshit because I'm pretty sure we picked up 450 from an earlier fight this episode. 22 grand is obviously really nice, and we're going to take the max stats every day of the week. But yeah, was that an underwhelming fight? I'm not entirely sure. EXE was obviously not required in the slightest. We demolished that guy. He was one of the easiest fights we've had so far. We do have the advantage of being able to stun the bosses with Thunderstorm, which seems a bit broken if you ask me. It doesn't always land, and the reason I've kept it on so far is to get us through these kind of AoE fights, you know, against like the Numemon and the Jijimon and the Platinum whatevers. But when we come up against the last few fights with the bosses and then learning Aurora Freeze, Thunderstorm has been absolute king. Like, it's been MVP every time. So yeah, we stun this guy a bunch. We land all of our holy abilities, which do 1.5 extra damage. So yeah, an absolute pleasure. That's the first time in this game that I have ever beaten all 7 Deadly Singed Digimon. Not through difficulty, it's more like a lack of trying. The last time I never actually got this far, I just stopped playing the game. So yeah, feels cool to actually beat. Feels good to beat them. Alright, let's talk to the guy. What's up, dude? I don't know if you can come back to the city looking like that. I don't know where you're going to end up hanging, although a lot of the reject Digimon we've been sending off to the space-time transporter, so I'm guessing he'll end up going there. Haha, I see, so that's the answer, is it? The thing that let me think of you as a force of good, its foundation was not the strength I believed it to be. Mixing a noble heart with wicked thoughts and moving forward, clutching pain and anguish in your heart, that power. That in itself is humanity's power. That's why you think of yourself as good, isn't it? Dude, honestly, you lost me at the first sentence, but I kind of get where he's going. What he's saying actually does kind of make sense to a certain degree. It's just kind of hard to follow once we've been trundling around the frozen fucking Frost Cathedral for so long. You humans are just too interesting. I'll keep watching you as I have been. Please show me that power of yours again sometime. And Lucemon SM joins the city as well. Boom de yada, folks. Alright. Feels good. And he's Sorcerermon. We haven't spoken to him in quite some time, but I don't think we need to do it right now. I kind of hoped we would get a trophy for beating all 7 Deadly Digimon, but I guess not. Let's peace off and head back to the city real quick. Cash in with Jijimon, find out what the prosperity rating is now, and also see what these guys have been up to. So, Lucemon is showing the city. With someone like that, I wonder if he will really work for the good of all of us. I don't think he's going to do anything. I've got a feeling that he does absolutely fuck all. Who knows? The city's prosperity is now 183. This is absolutely incredible, says Jijimon. Awesome sauce. Can we talk to Taomon again? You got anything new for us, buddy? Mechanical Digimon, blah blah blah. Tomboy Digimon is Minervamon, and the laid-back Digimon at the chapel, Absolute Zero, who looks bored. Some are saying it's a god, so we didn't actually deal with that. Interesting. So there must be another frosty Digimon somewhere in Absolute Zero. Interesting. Unless that is Dianamon. It must be Dianamon now that I think about it. Alright guys, I think we're going to pretty much be tying up our episode here. It's a good spot. I wanted to kind of go and do the Minervamon quest and Logic Volcano, but I don't know if we should leave that for next episode. I think we will. We could probably nip up to our fishing banks actually. That's a good thing we can do. I'll put this animation on to finish and then we'll wrap things up here. So that is us. We're done with the Deadly Singed Deadly Sin Digimon. As far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any more, although I wouldn't be surprised if there's something I'm forgetting. Maybe we have to tangle with something else later on. But for the most part, we're pretty much golden. We're getting on, and there's not a lot of fights left for us in the game. Our prosperity is 183, plus all the Digimon that we have already banged into that we have to finish doing errands for. Fishing bank number 3 looking nice and green. Alright, let's pop down to the builder and stick on another upgrade if we can do that right now. I'd love to stick on another fishing bank upgrade, so if we could do that, that would be awesome. And yeah, we'll talk about other shit in just a minute. So what we got: warehouse, advanced item shop, arena. We can't put on the fishing hole because we need rainbow drop water. Holy fucking shit, this game. Okay. Space-time transporter, we could put you on as well, which would use all of our mercury. Arena, you use a lot of resources, all of our emeralds. Alright guys, looks like we're just going to put on the advanced item shop, I think. All of our Digi Knight. Fuck it, advanced item shop, you're going on an upgrade. See you later, mate. We're just going to bite the bullet with that one. Cool, so when we come back, guys, we need rainbow drop water starting from now on, which is a bit of a hassle. I honestly kind of just hoped that we would have enough to be able to put that on straight away, but for some reason we don't. I've not been collecting stuff as thoroughly as I should have, obviously. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching today. It was a bit messy. We took a loss to the Numamon at the bathroom, well, Sukamon, I believe. That was a bit unexpected, but we got our Digimon, our deadly Digimon, out of the way. We are kind of progressing our Minervamon, Dianamon quest at once. I think once we beat that, both those guys will join the city together. So that'll be 2 more Digimon added to our repertoire, our list of Digi recruits. And after that, we only have a few left, as I said. I mean, I've got some written down here. We obviously have Paladramon to fight against inside Infinite Cauldron. He is a very, very, very difficult fight. You guys will see why soon. Looking at the ages of our Digimon, we are McDuff and McRuff are aged 18 and 18. So I would say we've got about like 3 more days with these guys at least, give or take. But for the most part, I don't know where we are in terms of our Holy Knights. Obviously, Imperialdramon, or sorry, Paladramon was just one that we're... Not Paladramon, Imperialdramon. Imperialdramon's obviously the guy in Infinite Cauldron. If I didn't say that a minute ago, which I don't think I did then, that's who I was talking about. The guy in dragon form. We have to beat him. There's also 2 insane, maybe even the hardest fight in the game. I'm not entirely sure, but there is an insane fight waiting for us at Logic Volcano. We need to deal with that. A lot of you guys have actually called me out on that and asked me down in the comments, like, when are we going to do this? Are we going to be doing this fight? We will be doing the big battle in Logic Volcano that awaits us. It's directly in the center, and then hopefully tomorrow or whenever we do our next episode, we'll be able to get along with the Kaiser Greymon questline as well and fetch some of his stuff and maybe wrap some of that questline up as well. So got a couple more things lined up, guys. We're getting there very, very slowly as always, but yeah, I think without further ado, we should be able to get to 200 prosperity in no time at all, hopefully before bonus episode 10 wraps around. But yeah, we'll see. Alright guys, thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, have a nice day, have a nice night, and I will see you very, very soon. Alright, bye bye.